Grid or dot paper. Don't have grid paper? Use 2 sheets of line paper, a pencil, a ruler, and 2 colors if you have it. If not, you can shade with your pencil. Don't have grid paper? Take 2 pieces of line paper and lay them over top of each other. And you can either tape them or draw your square while the 2 pieces are overlapping, and then just go in and add a dot at all the crosshairs and intersecting lines. And then when you pull out the second piece of paper, you will have your grid paper with dots. Want to use technology? Try Matthys Notepad or Google Sheets. Both are available on computers or tablets and iPads, and I will show you how in video part 2. Use the grid lines to draw a square. Now you're going to create a series of 1s and 0s. You can do a repeating pattern, you could use a coin toss, and you're going to do a row of the numbers across the top and across the bottom. And make note that my numbers match my grid lines and that I don't have to put anything on the corners. Vertical 0s and 1s, you're going to turn, or at least I prefer to turn, you can work flat, and we're going to start at the 0. So 0, I skip the first one, and I'm going to go down, skip, down, skip, down, and the 1s, I'm going to start right at my edge, skip, and keep going. It can get tricky as you get going, so sometimes having a ruler or paper to block out all the other stuff helps keep track of things. Keep your lines going until you have completed your square. Then it's time to start coloring. Take your time coloring. If you need to use a finger to make sure you're not going over the edge, or a ruler. And keep coloring until you hit a pencil line. And some things to think about: if you don't want the pencil lines, make sure you start really light. I tried to do that in around the top middle. Or if you're an outline pen person and you want to outline it in black or a certain color, then you can do that as well, but I suggest the light line. You could color a nice border around the outside of this to frame your work. Why 0s and 1s, you wonder? Because it was from Japanese stitching. Anytime that it was a 1, it meant the stitch was present, and a 0, it meant the stitch went behind the fabric.